So, another week, and you know what that means? Another Kamen Rider Zeztz episode. So, this is episode 3 entitled A Road, and yeah, it aired just this past Saturday. I was busy watching Superman, so I actually ended up watching it on Sunday. Yeah, and Superman's really good. I'm probably gonna make a video on that, but seeing as I've been covering all the past episodes, like 2 or 3 days after they come out, I feel like it would be appropriate to talk about Zeztz now and maybe wait on Superman a little bit. I mean, I've already waited this long. I can wait a little bit longer to make a review. But enough about Superman, on to Zeztz. So this episode begins where episode 2 left off, with Zeztz being confronted with the fact that the police best friend, like he just made like yesterday, is also the guy wishing for a bomb to go off. And we get a bit more about this mysterious villain dude. I still don't know his name. But he basically was just like, oh, Zeztz, don't worry about it. Not even the dreamer knows much about their own subconscious. Which, okay. Sure, why not? And we get to see these doors that apparently exist in the dreamer's subconscious mind. If all three open, bad things will happen. And currently, Mr. Fujimi, you know, the policeman, is at 2 out of 3. So it's not looking good for him. Once again, there is no intro this week. However, if I don't remember where I first saw this, but I remember reading somewhere that these first 3 episodes are supposed to be like a prologue. And so that's why they're missing the intro. So presumably starting from episode 4, where we go into more traditional like episodic Kamen Rider stuff, we will probably start seeing the intro. Don't really know. But I can confirm it did play at the end of this episode, which is really cool. So, we get some information that, yeah, once again, the dreams are affecting the real world, which I could have swore this was something that they brought up in episode 2, yet Baku's acting like it's this whole big thing now, but, hey. So, yeah, the part of the police department got destroyed, and here's Baku being very confused with a flashback to the monster destroying the police building, and we find out that the paranormal division of the police department was actually axed. And so that obviously leads Mr. Fujimi to be even more upset and probably further his desire to watch the police department, you know, go kablooey. We're also introduced to this guy, who I feel like is going to become a very important part potentially later on in the show. Because, like, usually they wouldn't give, like, this title card to just, like, random guy number 5. Yeah. Back in the dream world, though, we do get this cute moment between Nim and Baku. And in case I haven't explained it yet, Nim is basically this, like, J-pop idol or whatever. She's kind of like a supermodel. Think, like, I guess the closest thing I could think of for people in America would be, like, Sabrina Carpenter. Anyways, but yeah, basically, they had this really cute moment, and she's been in like every episode so far. Like, she's been part of Baku's dreams, and it seems like she's been at least partially aware of the dream too, as she can just kind of do whatever she wants, unlike the rest of the people in the dream world that seem to be subservient to like the whole dream. And we actually get to see Baku doing some, like, legit spy stuff, which was nice. You know, like, that was just really nice to see. I hope they continue it. And we also, at the end of that dream, get to see what happens when all 3 doors open. The monster will open up, and the dreamer will walk inside of the monster, sealing the 2 together and bringing the dream into the real world. Which, I believe the next screenshot will be really cool. I lied. It's not. It's the following one. This is just Fujimi getting transformed into the explosion nightmare. I keep getting it wrong, man. Something really cool happens in this episode, and I kind of forgot where it's at in this little slideshow. But anyways, as you can see, this is kind of what happens when a nightmare comes into reality. It starts affecting everything. Yes, here it is. Baku, in real life, this is not a dream. This is in reality. Confronts the monster. And I don't know why he's like, what'd you do with Mr. Fujimi? Like, you pretty damn well saw it. And though Baku tries to transform, the monster tells him, yo, buddy, this is real life. I'll kick your ass. But, in spite of that, he continues to go on and explain that, yeah, I'm just going to straight up kill this dude and keep this nightmare going forever. But, this dude, Baku's like, nuh-uh, buddy. And he stands up and transforms in real life, which confirms, hey, Kamen Rider Zeztz can both work in the dream world and real life, which is awesome. And it's just so cool. And, ooh, this transformation, it's one of my absolute favorites. I mean, like, both in the dream world and reality, this dude knows how to ore farm, because tell me, this is not fucking cool. So, yeah, easily so far. Probably going to continue to be my favorite transformation, probably until, like, an upgrade form or, like, the final episode. But this was really cool. And he even did, like, the thing. He said, like, the I'm on it, and then transform, and then he, like, transforms. But he, like, instead of wiping the drool away, here it becomes, like, wiping his blood away, which is just, it's so cool. And yeah. You see what I mean? This dude is ore farming for no reason, and it's great. And oh man, these 3 episodes have taken me from not being crazy about this suit to absolutely loving it. This was just so cool. And here we get to see the transform capsule being used a little more, basically turning the dude into Mr. Fantastic or Luffy from One Piece. And one thing I did like is that when using the transform capsule, the impact suit does actually change the form and legs get slightly different armor designs. So yeah. And here's just a better look at that stretching effect. And despite this being reality, the monster is born in a dream, so it follows dream logic, which means every secret agent knows how to defuse a bomb. It was a really silly thing like that they did in the episode, but it makes sense at the same time, so can't be too mad at it. And once again, ore farming, as we get confirmed that Zeztz is able to destroy the monster whilst keeping the person inside alive. For now, at least. And, yeah. After that, basically, the episode ends and we go into the preview for next week, which will be Protecting the VIP Bride. And that's where the episode ends. I really like this episode. Mostly for the fact that it finally sees Baku achieving his dream, really. Because all Baku really has wanted to do so far in this show is save people, both in the dreams and in reality. And now with him being able to transform into Kamen Rider Zeztz, both in the dream and in reality, he's kind of already there. So it is a bit like early on for that to be achieved, yet the same aspect. Is it really any different from Aruto wanting to protect people's smiles and having a means to achieve that in episode 1? No, not really. But yeah, the action continues to be great. This suit, man, I'm really starting to like this suit. I wasn't hating on it, but I was just like, oh yay, it's Kamen Rider Ichigo, but it's 2% different now instead of like the 5% different that 01 was. But here, I don't know, they're really doing a lot to make me like it. Next week, looking at the preview, will feature the debut of the Wing Capsule. But with that being said, the episode 3, 1 and 2 are all still available to be watched legally here in most countries on YouTube, so please go support the official release. And I will see you all next week where we cover episode 4 of Kamen Rider Zeztz.